at a certain point, the mental becomes way more than the physical. What I mean by that is the way you think and the way you imagine things will start to project themselves on real life after a while. Like I just got into some shit this week. I can't really go into details for legal reasons or whatever, right? And I was in my head so much that I started to actually see it affected my weight in certain things. I'm just like, I didn't think this shit was that big of a deal. The next day, I didn't think it was that big of a deal until I had to do what I had to do. And it was like, the way I think and the way I picture things and the way I carry whatever within my mind will start to project themselves into real life. I guess that's kind of why I think Jackie Chan said it, like, never call yourself stupid. Never say this about yourself, because your mind and reality can't tell the difference between each other. Or your mind can't tell the difference in jokes. It can't tell the difference between jokes. I genuinely started to believe it now. Because you don't really understand, you don't really see it be that way until you get to the point where something traumatic or something that's supposed to be traumatic happens and you're confused on how you're gonna maneuver. Once you start questioning, okay, something bad happens, how am I gonna maneuver? How am I gonna do this way? Is my life gonna be impacted? What's gonna happen after this? That's the reality changing mindset. That's the part where your reality can shift. That's the part where you get the wrong thought, just one wrong thought, and you let that seep in, it fucks everything up. That's why I think the mental is so important. And that's why I'm trying to fix my shit right now. Like, with these videos, I try to get my mental right. Because I know if you can get the mental right, you can get the physical right. If you can get the mental right, you can get everything else to fall in order. Because it's the mental to search first and then everything flows. I am an embodiment of my mental. Like, the way I perceive and the way you guys are perceiving me is an embodiment of how I am and how I think within my own brain. And I give the commands to signal it out and to channel it and speak. My brain is everything. So if I'm not strong up here, I won't be perceived as strong. I won't be able to convey myself as strong if I'm not already doing the work up there. It's weird how the reflection of how you perceive yourself can then change the reality of how another person might view you. If that makes sense. Like, if you picture yourself as a bum, broke ass, like just some person that's just not worth taking serious, and your brain internalize that and you carry yourself that way, somebody else will then perceive you that way and then will treat you that way. And then you will then feel offended, like, why are they treating me that way? Not already understanding that because you had the mentality or you internalized the idea that, oh yeah, I'm a broke, I'm a bum, and I'm this and I'm that. Somebody has now picked up on that and is now going to treat you as such. The fact that we can get treated based off of how we perceive ourselves is trippy as fuck to me. It's trippy. But it's understandable, because your own worst enemy really is yourself. The way you believe and how you carry yourself and what you believe and what you see could be the downfall of you. Your brain is will either make or break you. And there's no real way to say otherwise. That's me. That's just what I'm seeing now. That's what I learned last week. Matter of fact, not even last week, a couple days ago.